So we've arrived at our house in Connecticut. It's a lovely spot out in the country, looking after a couple of dogs. This is Naz. Naz, say hello. Another dog, Bella, she's over there. Some pigs, some chickens. It's very exciting. And Mike's going to do some more updates on the van before we head off on the third leg of our journey. Our new house sit is amazing. We're in a grand old house dating back to the 1700s. Benjamin Franklin's niece, Anne Fuller, built this house in 1743. It still has original floorboards and some original features. The property's on 60 acres of woodland and it's great for walking the dogs. So we're just taking the dogs for their afternoon walk. We're walking them twice a day at the moment. Mike's got to keep mostly out of the sun. That's why he's dressed. And Naz is crazy. She just goes mad. Bella just, hey, you like to think you're crazy. Got all these woods out here to explore. And Naz has got this fancy little GPS thing, which tracks her basically, so we know where she is. Naz has been a little bit naughty. She's been chasing skunks. No, she's been skunked a couple of times in the last few weeks. She was skunked just before we got here apparently, so we just have to keep her away from skunks if we can. How beautiful is this, eh? Like private forest on your doorstep. We've got our tick-proof boots on to stop the ticks biting our ankles. This is one of our house-sitting chores, is feeding the pigs. They're all like hanging out for it. On our first day, we went out at 7:30 a.m. to feed them, and they were all still fast asleep. I had no idea that pigs slept in. So we feed them later in the day now. So it's a bit dramatic getting in there to feed them because they're just shoving at Mike's legs. So we've got a little system, we've got a decoy system. So I do the decoy. So we've distracted them. Mike, I'll get the gate. Mike's going in. Here we go. I'm not going in there. But Mike likes being a farmer. We call him Farmer Mike. There's 9 hens and a rooster, and they're producing about 8 eggs a day. Way too much to keep up with. Thankfully there's also a never-ending supply of zucchini, so we've been making zucchini slice. Now we just need a never-ending supply of bacon. We've ordered a whole heap of stuff from Amazon to do some more enhancements on our van. Our house battery came in the form of this, a 64 amp hour battery, which isn't anywhere near large enough to run our stuff when we're off grid. I mean, it doesn't even keep our fridge going overnight. So what Mike's going to do, he's going to replace it with 2 100 amp hour lead acid batteries, AGM ones. He's going to do that today. Yeah, so Mike's got his batteries in. Now we now have 200 amp hours rather than 64. So that should keep us going. And we've also got an extra 100 amp hours with our power station we bought. We've also ordered a Nature's Head composting toilet, the same model as we had back in New Zealand. We thought we could make do with the one we have, which flushes into a black tank. But if we leave it a few days, it starts to smell. And the USA isn't like New Zealand, where we have free dump stations everywhere, and campgrounds charge around $25 to dump waste if you're not staying there. That's really hindering our freedom camping experiences. What we've done is we've removed the old toilet. We've put this 13-inch plug in there to plug up the sewer down below. Just capped off the water there and put a plug in where the water should go out, so we can still use it as a shower area if we need to. He's made this base. We kept the original plumbing in place, so that was for flushing the toilet. We kept it all in place just in case, you know, we ever wanted to put it back or someone else wanted to put it back in a normal toilet. There's the vent back there, he's put that through there.
So there's the flooring.
It's just given it a coat over with some oil. And our composting toilet.
The 2 metal bits, screw in, one either side. 12-volt cable,
yep,
goes in there, plugs in the fan.
Yeah, so the fan's just going to then be constantly
running. 1 toilet secured. But I eat your poo.
That's it. toilet hidden away for another day. So with the new batteries and a composting toilet, we should be able to go off-grid for a lot longer and not worry about a smelly tank. With the battery upgrade, we put 2 extra solar panels on the roof, so we now have 400 watts of solar. That should keep us going if it's sunny.
I made a table. There's a table, top, there's a support.
Yeah.
So simple goes in there like that. That goes in there, like that.
This is just kind of so if we stop on the side of the road, we want to make a coffee, we can just stick our cooker up there, or in the mornings when we don't want to climb over each other in bed, we can just open the doors and come out. It's fairly solid.
You're not meant to wobble it.
It's a little bit wobbly.
You just put something on the top there, that's it.
Okay.
You're not going to wobble the table. To work the length of that out, I use Pythagoras' theorem. That's the square of that side plus the square of that side, and then square root to get that length. And it fitted. Just like that, it works.
Someone paid attention at school. So does our portable cooktop fit on there?
Just.
It's rolling back that way a little bit.
But we never part level.
Hopefully okay, we don't spill boiling water all over ourselves.
I'm certainly not going to fry bacon and eggs up there.
No. After all that running around, the dogs like to sit down in the evening and watch TV. Behind this tree, there should be a cow mark. Can't quite see it, but that's Mount Pisgah. Midway through our house sit, the owners Chris and Angela came back for a couple of days, so we headed off to explore the local area, which we'll show in our next video. When we got back from our mini trip, they prepared a feast of New England delicacies. For starters, we had quahogs, which is a mix of minced clam, chorizo, breadcrumbs, some spices, all served in a half clamshell. They were delicious and common in the region. We also had clams, New England style. They're called steamers, and the clams are steamed open, then dipped in a savoury broth where you jiggle it a bit to get the sand out, then dipped in melted butter. Delicious, and reminded me of the clippies we get in New Zealand. For dinner we had homegrown pork chops with caramelised onions. Thanks Chris and Angela, you were terrific hosts and we had a great time looking after your family while you were away. It's always sad leaving a house sit as we get really attached to the animals we look after. But we've got more adventures to come, so please join us in our next episode where we visit Mystic, Connecticut and Rhode Island and sample some New England cuisine.
It's got a dangly bit.